Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Well guys, there is a good news from Canadian government. As you know, they are giving more importance to their education industry, which is, as I already told you, $1 billion industry. So they are trying to provide more facilities to the students, and they are compromising on certain rules and regulations as well. As per this news, Canada will accept incomplete study permit and postgraduate work permit applications. This is something really great because before that, whenever they used to receive incomplete applications, they used to refuse them. So new IRCC updates allow flexibility when applying for study permits and post-graduation work permits. This is something good, and they have just updated this on 22nd May. Now, because of this coronavirus pandemic, some of the application centers, they have closed, and the people, they have trouble getting their applications processed. And there are three essentials. So those essential components for the application, they are giving biometrics, having medical examinations, and submitting their original travel documents. So due to coronavirus pandemic, many students, they failed to do all these things, but now Canadian government, they have announced for actually students who are applying for study permit and for those who are applying for postgraduate work permit, they are going to keep the status of their application on open, and they are going to give you 90 days to submit your documents. And even after 90 days, if you fail to submit these documents, they will not refuse your application, they will not close it. They are going to give you more 90 days. It's just like they are going to give you around 6 months time to complete your application. So this is a great update, and I think they are cooperating a lot with the students. Anyways, they say in light of the circumstances, IRCC is Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, says they will not refuse study permit applications that are missing documents as a result of coronavirus service disruptions. And one of the important documents is IELTS as well. So they can give you up to 3 months time, up to 6 months time, and then you can submit your IELTS result with other documents as well. Instead, they will keep the application open and continue requesting additional supporting documents or necessary actions until either they receive the documents or are provided proof that an action has been taken. So this is a great news for international students who are planning to go to Canada. Okay, now let's talk about post-graduation work permit. For those students who have already completed their courses from designated learning institutions, but those designated learning institutions are closed due to coronavirus, and those DLIs, designated learning institutions, have failed to provide them the certificate or the letter that the candidate has or this student has completed the course. So for them, they say if international students apply for the post-graduation work permit before their study permit expires, but they are unable to submit the complete application due to that designated learning institution's closure, they will be able to start working full-time until a decision is made. This is something great for those who have already completed their courses in Canada, and now they are looking forward to postgraduate work permits. So definitely this is something great for them. And then the third important update is post-graduation work permit eligibility not affected by part-time status. Now what has happened, some of the colleges, universities, they have closed down and they have changed the status of the students from full-time to part-time because they are offering the classes online, okay, or they are offering limited time classes, or maybe they are just asking the students to stay home and attend online classes while staying in Canada. So for them, actually, there is another good news that that post-graduation work permit eligibility not affected by part-time status. It's not that now the status is shifted to part-time. This will affect their post-graduation work permit not at all, and this is something which is really good. They say if a student status changes from full-time to part-time due to changes in the programming at their designated learning institute for the winter and summer 2020 semesters, they will still be eligible to apply for a postgraduate work permit. So see that Canadian government, they are trying their level best to facilitate the students, to provide them all the facilities, and they are compromising on certain rules and regulations. Instead of refusing the application, now they are keeping the status open until or unless you submit all the documents, and the 3 important documents which they mentioned, that is giving biometrics, having medical examinations, and submitting original travel documents. So as long as you submit these 3 documents, they can give you first 90 days. In 90 days, if you could do that, it's good. Otherwise, they're going to give you further time so that you could submit the documents, and then afterwards they will proceed your application. So there isn't going to be anything that they refuse your application or they cancel it, suspend it, and all that. Anyways guys, in the light of that, Canada has recently announced a major reform to provide more postgraduate work permit flexibility for international students that want to begin their Canadian immigration journey this fall. Okay, so this is really a good news. Now those who are saying that how can we go for biometric and we cannot submit our medical examination certificates and all that, so good news, your application is not going to be turned down or refused. They are going to give you enough time so that you could complete your documents. By the way, the source is CIC News. I have taken this update from CIC News and they have updated it on 22nd May. So I thought it's important that you guys know about it. Your journey to Canada, destination Canada. May you achieve your destination. May you reach your destination overnight. That is my prayer for you. All the best. Take care. Bye-bye. Allah Hafiz.